Longevity, living younger, longer. Over 40 years ago, Dr. Joel Wallach began a journey of study and exploration that would eventually lead to making some amazing discoveries related to achieving and maintaining a youthful and healthy appearance. This journey started when he enrolled in veterinary school at the University of Missouri.
My major was in animal husbandry and nutrition. My minor was in field crops and soils. From there, went to veterinary school at the University of Missouri. And in veterinary school, learned that we could actually prevent and cure diseases with nutritional formulas. Marlon Perkins from the old Mutual Omaha Wild Kingdom show actually helped get a job in Africa working on big conservation projects. The wild animals in Africa, whether it was rhino or elephants or antelope and zebra, were drinking out of the dirtiest water, and the clean water was not being touched. And we did analyses and found out that the dirty water was just loaded with minerals, and the clean water was almost distilled water, and the animals weren't interested in that. And began to see that there was some importance to the supplementation. In animals, we used the little alfalfa pellet formula. We were so successful that we eliminated 900 different diseases in animals with nutritional formulas. It was always amazing to me that medical doctors were not interested in doing the same thing for people. So I went back to school and became a physician, and in 1978 began to use these veterinary nutritional formulas in my human patients. And I can tell you that the concept of preventing and curing diseases in animals with nutritional formulas, the concept of extending longevity in animals with nutritional formulas works exactly the same in human beings. We've been doing this since 1978. In the early days, before written history, the plants grew, they would die, and the oxygen level was very low, so they didn't decompose. And as the plants would die, they just kept layering and piling on top of each other. And of course, the minerals that the plants had taken up out of the soil were still in this compost pile, because minerals don't evaporate or dissipate. Also, they're covered with a 20 to 30 foot thick layer of sandstone and limestone and ash. And as a result, this material never got polluted from any materials that might have been in the air.
Dr. Wallach knew that he would need strong scientific support for his findings, so he went to Dr. Gerhard Schrauzer to seek his review. Dr. Schrauzer is a world-renowned scientist and professor in the field of nutrition and biological trace element research. With over 40 years of experience, over 300 scientific papers, and several patents in his resume, he seemed like the right person to verify Dr. Wallach's findings.
Yes, well, let me tell you, first of all, we started investigating the plant-derived minerals 20 years ago. When Dr. Wallach came to my lab at the University of California, he brought a bottle and I said, find out what this is. These are plant-derived minerals. And that intrigued me, and we did a lot of chemical studies, and then were able to find out that these are truly unique supplements.
Supplementation has become so important today because of all the processed foods that we have, the environment of fast foods. We just aren't getting the nutrients that we used to get in our foods. You know, our grandparents and even parents had much better food supplies than we do today, and it's only going to get worse, not better.